Hey guys, just a quick disclaimer and apology that the audio levels are a little funky in this episode. My volume's a little bit lower than Mamrie's when we were recording. I thought it was just in my headphones, so I didn't really mess with it too much, and it turns out, yeah, the audio level was just funky. I'll fix it for next week, I promise, but sorry that this week it just sounds like Mamrie's talking to me and I'm just standing in the doorway the whole time. Hopefully you still enjoy the episode. This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Might Get Weird.
Yeah.
We are recording in a different scenario. Last time we recorded it last week, it was a couple days late, and we were doing it like 6 o'clock, and I was having a gin gimlet.
Yeah, was that last week? I have lost all track of time.
Here's the thing, Grace. It wasn't even a week because we recorded on a Thursday.
Right. Okay. So that obviously played into it feeling crazy.
Well, it's been a crazy a week and a half, but we're back in the back house.
Yeah.
Happy to say Chip and I have been organizing.
Yeah. How does that go for you guys?
You know, here's the deal. Chip is currently off work. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm always on work at some point or another. And I was back here. So, okay, we have a couch out back here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't even recognize that you guys put this different couch.
Well, let me tell you about it because you can't see this on camera, but I have like normally like a big leather couch with a chaise lounge and all that. And then I have a big cruise ship of a couch in my living room.
Yes.
But here's the problem, and we've talked about this at length, is the couch in my living room is one of those couches that like you don't sit on, you just can lay.
You just lay. Yeah.
There is no posture on that couch.
Yeah.
Larry, quit scratching.
Quit scratching, Larry.
Our producer's off camera and he keeps scratching.
Yeah.
But so Chip has been saying forever, he's like, we have to switch the couches. Like I love the couch that's in the back house.
Yeah.
And this one, like it's too much. We just lay down all the time. We are the grandparents from Willy Wonka.
Yeah. There's no in between.
Yeah.
You would like to have options and not just go full, I'm in the couch now, not on the couch.
We lay down all night watching.
Yeah, it's bed. You guys go to bed at 4 p.m. technically.
We have so many ottomans that it's like time to just night. So anyway, I'm in the middle of working, and of course Chip comes back, and he's decided at that moment is when we're switching the couches.
Yeah.
First day of my period. It was not
excellent.
I was not emotionally ready, right? And I was like, Chip, this is so annoying. Like I'm in the middle of work. I'm on the first day of my period. We were hungover.
Yeah, this is 3 strikes.
Three strikes. So and not like a turkey strike at the bowling alley. So anyway, so I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, okay, let's just do it. Like, I don't want to hear it. Let's do it. You know, we're opening all the doors. We have to go around the house to switch the couches. Yeah. I mean, granted, he did a lot. What he could do by himself, he did.
Great.
He's probably not going to walk for 2 weeks. So we switch all the couches. Of course, when you start to rearrange stuff, you realize, oh, I haven't moved this couch in years. It's filthy back here.
Oh, yeah. A little town of terror hiding underneath of the couch.
An army of single socks.
Yeah, that's where they all went.
Like, it was wild. So that turns into like a 2-hour cleaning. You know, Chip was like, this will take 15 minutes. We've been saying we're going to do it. You know,
no,
we do it. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to go back to work. Finally, 2 hours later, I'm cracking a beer.
Nice.
I'm going back there to work. I get on the couch, Grace.
Yeah.
And I get a text that says, the yellow couch really fit in here. I think he wants to switch him back.
No.
Yes. After years of talking about it, literally he goes, the other one's pretty comfy. I go in there. I was like, are you just poking the bear? And he was like, no, I remembered this couch being more comfortable.
Wow.
It was a day.
Wow. And so I see you haven't switched back.
We're switching back tomorrow.
Okay, you gotta take some time in between.
I said, I need a cool off period. I hate moving things. And I feel like one of your strengths is moving things.
Yeah. See, that's where I can understand Chip being like, I got to do this right now. Because I do that to Elliot all the time. And he'll be like, no, we don't need to do this right now. And I'm like, if we don't move this mattress out of this bedroom right now, I'm going to die. So,
you and Chip are of the same.
Yeah. That it's like, I don't understand how he doesn't understand my urgency.
Yeah.
And like, he's also, this is kind of like a blanketed thing that I've learned about the difference between Elliot and I. Like, he's okay starting something and then stopping and picking it up later. Like a TV show, fine to stop it in the middle. A movie, he's fine to stop it in the middle. I simply cannot.
Really?
If I start a show, I have to finish it. Like,
You mean like
that I like.
you've
like,
never left, you've never been like, I'm not feeling this, so like I'm ditching it on episode
it's
3?
Not even that. It'll be like he will watch a movie that he is feeling,
Okay.
and he'll just be like, maybe it's time to go to bed, and he'll turn off, be like, we can watch this tomorrow night, and I'll be like, I gotta stay up and finish this right now.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta sacrifice my sleep to get this done right now. Same with like, if I move something, if like there is a transaction of moving that needs to happen, it has to be complete. Otherwise,
Okay.
I'm in disarray.
But I also feel like you have an interesting thing about, you have...
Even though, contradictory to that,
What?
I start projects and never finish them all the time.
True. I mean, you own a pottery wheel.
Yeah, my house is an ADHD factory. Like, it's just piles everywhere of intention.
We both have just shrapnel of COVID because
Yeah.
I just said, yeah, you have a pottery wheel. And then I looked over and I'm like, and I have a rug gun.
Yeah. And like, I walked in here this morning, I was like, this place looks great. And you're like, it's in the middle of chaos.
It's still, we're in the process, but at least we're starting it.
Yeah, that's the biggest step.
The pile of donations has accumulated in the yard.
That's good.
But we still have the step of actually donating them.
Yeah, I've had clothes sitting in the back of my car for... I realized last night that they've been there for weeks because I can't see them.
Weeks is nothing, girl. I've gone months.
Yeah.
I've left clothes in the car to donate so long that then I went back there and I was like, these are kind of cool again.
I know, these are
There was a whole fashion cycle that brought me back and I was like, these are in. But what I was going to say is I feel like, I know, like one of your... I know we don't use the term spirit animal anymore, but like I feel like something you are kindred to.
Yeah.
When it comes to moving things, etc. You're an ant.
Oh, wow, thank you.
You're like
Thank you so much. I do
so much stronger than you appear.
And now, honestly, I am strong. Like, I have been working out.
You're still doing it?
Still doing the beast body, which is like fun now because it's like, it's kind of nice to like see muscles in your arms. Like, not to the degree that I like gym rat men get to.
Right.
But I'm like, being like a toned woman feels like fun. And I was going to say,
You need to inject me with something that makes me do it
But
because
we should get Ross or someone, because I would love to like get back into a routine where it's like with a group.
me too, but I'm not trying to work out at 7:30 in the morning anymore.
I would when I do it.
Tired for a year and a half
I know.
because I am an insomniac in some ways. And so waking up early as shit to do something doesn't mean I'm going to sleep any earlier.
What's like the earliest you go to bed?
Midnight,
Wow. Yeah.
if I'm lucky.
Wow.
But like, if I know I have to get up, that's the thing is I have the anxiety if I have an alarm set. And so it's kind of like, if I know I have to get up at 6:30,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to sleep at 2:30. Like I will not go to sleep earlier. I'll be like, I'm nervous.
anticipation, yeah.
I'm nervous. But no, okay. I really wish I need to be like hypnotized to want to work out again.
Yeah.
Because I'm just
What's
not
the
getting into it. But then you're like, oh, I'm a beast body. And then like Jacqueline,
Jacqueline's great.
she just like is on a Pilates reformer all the time. And I'm like, my girls are over here killing it. And you know what I did last night? Killed a bag of sweet chili Doritos after dinner.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, they're sweet. That's dessert.
Oh, but I'm proud of you.
It's the momentum. Because once you get into the momentum, then you're like, I'm in it now.
No, it's
I'm
true.
in the rhythm of it.
The rhythm gotcha. Y'all, in the Venn diagram of bras, rarely do comfortable and sexy meet in the middle. That is, until Skims came along. I'm obsessed with Skims. You guys probably are like, we get it, Mamrie, you love it. No, I love Skims so much that not only has my like whole underwear drawer and bra drawer became Skims, literally it's what Chip got me for one of my birthday gifts. Like, he knows how much I love Skims that he picked out cute, sexy Skims to send to me. So, hello, if that's not a fan, I don't know what is. Here's the thing about their bras, which I love in particular. Normally, underwires cut me, okay? I am a broad lady, okay? I've got the German rib cage, so they dig into me and they give me that like second little armpit boob, but not with Skims. Skims has me like nice and flattened out and comfy, and when I get home at the end of the day, or just at the end of the day when I take off my bra because I don't really leave my house, it doesn't have this huge relief like you used to feel, because the fact is it's not uncomfortable. It's comfortable all day. Okay, first of all, they have the Fits Everybody t-shirt bra. I tried it and oh my God, it's literally the best bra I have ever owned. Before this bra, I didn't understand why t-shirt bras were called t-shirt bras, but this bra is like comfy as my favorite t-shirt. It also doesn't give a line. It's like smooth with my body. They also have the no-show balconette bra, and that one's the sexiest. I have it in sheer red, sheer green, and I'm thinking about buying it in some more. It's a cutie, you guys. So if you haven't tried Skims and you're looking to step up your bra and panty game, as well as their pajamas, which are my favorite pair of all time, shop Skims bras at skims.com. Now available in 62 sizes, 30A to 46H. And if you haven't yet, be sure to let them know that we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. Yeah, it'll say, you heard about it on a podcast? Which podcast? This one, baby. Give it a try.
Can you name every single subscription you have? I know that I cannot name all of mine, and I know that I am not alone. I just learned that over 74% of people have subscriptions that they've forgotten about. But with Rocket Money, you don't have to remember every subscription or worry about forgetting any, because you can see them all laid out right in front of you. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. See all of your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. For any of you that don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them with a few taps. Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all of your accounts. You can easily create a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep your spending on track. You can see your monthly spending trends in each category to know exactly where your money is going. Rocket Money will even negotiate lower bills for you, sometimes by up to 20%. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. Then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with the customer service. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. They've personally helped me cancel a few lingering video editing subscriptions on my little old phone that little old me didn't know I was paying for who knows how long. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/TMGW. That's rocketmoney.com/TMGW. rocketmoney.com/TMGW.
Well, speaking of beasts,
Yeah.
last time you left us, you were like, by the way, jumping off a building.
Yeah, I've had a crazy week.
Yes, you have.
Crazy week. And sorry if I'm a little spacey. Elliot's in Florida right now, and there's a big storm coming. And so this is again like we did our bonus podcast before it hit Asheville, and this is again like it's coexisting with like known chaos.
Yes,
is very strange. Like, and especially this last couple weeks, because it's been like my birthday and our wedding anniversary, and we went to Vegas, and then you got this crazy storm, and Elliot's parents had this crazy storm, and now Elliot's in Florida with his parents trying to get them out of this storm, and so there's just like, and then I jumped off a building. So
yeah, you jumped off a building.
Swirling energies. Yeah, this was incredible. Like my friend Alyssa at WeGotThis.org, she's got this organization that is a free cancer registries where you can sign up, start a cancer registry for yourself or a loved one, which is so helpful. It's like one of a kind service that, you know, helps people get the things that they need rather than just like duplicates of blankets and socks and all that stuff. Anyway, she lives with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. Incredible human being. So thankful to have met her these last couple months. And she's like you, just like grabbing life by the balls and taking every opportunity that comes her way. And she saw this event that was sponsored by Cancer Support Communities Los Angeles that provide a lot of like free resources to cancer patients and families, where they paired with this Repelling company.
Yes, you set it up last week.
Yeah, and it's called Over the Edge, and cancer patients or people that have been impacted by cancer could sign up to rappel over a 17-story building, but we only rappelled over 14 stories.
Oh.
Just
kidding.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Like, first of all, our time slot was 9:30 in the morning. So I was like, damn, I really wanted that late morning time slot in case my bowels needed more time in the morning, because I have this morning routine now. Like
the beast dump.
Yeah. This beast body doesn't get this beastie without releasing some of the toxins.
You gotta tone the turds.
And so I was like, damn, that's pretty early. But it was great because then it was like, you're not overthinking it. Like, I got there.
That's what I thought. As soon as you said that, I was like, I would want like the 6 a.m. one. Yeah. So I'm literally not even awake yet.
Yeah, I think we were the second group to do it. The first group was like this woman that was like the founder of Cancer Support Communities LA. And it was just so surreal because it was at the Andaz Hotel. Mm-hmm. So the hotel's functioning as a normal hotel.
That is so funny.
While all of this is happening out front, like literally out front on Sunset Boulevard, like in the middle of Hollywood, which I never go to that area, like right next to the Comedy Store, like crazy. So all of it was so surreal. You go upstairs to like, you get to see like what the best penthouse suite in the Andaz Hotel
looks like. Oh,
there's a Peloton machine in the suite, and they walk you through. We go to this like balcony, and they teach you how to do like just what all the ropes are doing. How it's like impossible to hurt yourself. Yeah, they've been doing it, I don't know, 15 years or so, and they have like a 0% like injury rate. Nice. And I was like,
you were like, well, I'm special girl.
They're letting the cancer girls do this. There's no way something bad could happen.
Oh, see, I was in my head, I'd be like, oh, really? No injuries? Well, I'm a groundbreaker.
Yeah.
And I'm about to break my face with the ground.
Well, I was going, I'm not much of a believer in like God and Jesus and all of that, but I was like, whatever spiritual people are up there, they can't let the cancer women fall to their deaths at this kind of event for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It just simply won't happen like that. And then we get paired off in groups of 2, and we did it. And it was so fun, honestly.
You were with Glozell?
No, I was with Glozell, but Alyssa and I went together. Okay, and then Glozell and our friend Annie went together.
I love that Glozell has not had cancer.
No.
But she has just become the representation of this group. I love it.
She and Alyssa became like really close friends.
Right.
Just like through meeting each other, knowing similar people, I guess. And then Alyssa, like the story is that Alyssa was explaining to her like her breast cancer and was like, yeah, I'm going to chemo, like I'm going tomorrow. And Glozell was like, can I come?
I know.
And then they just like went, and then they became fast friends. And it's like just very like sweet and bizarre how Glozell and I have orbited each other for this many years in this many situations.
Not on my bingo card, as they say.
Glozell crushing it on TikTok, by the way.
Really?
Simply crushing it over there. Yeah. And it was so great because we did our training, and then we came like back into the room, and like the next set of like people were in there getting ready, like in their stage, and they were just like, is that the Glozell? Oh my God, she's got her green lipstick on and she's wearing green. And it was like, I was like, yeah, it is. Yeah,
is that Glozell? I'm like, but like she hasn't departed from the Glozell brand.
No,
it kills me. She single-handedly has kept green lipstick.
Yeah.
In business, the green lipstick ink.
I love it.
I want her going down. I wanted her to rappel with a mouthful of cinnamon and just go.
Well, that's what these girls were like. Cinnamon challenge, iconic, legendary, and I was like, she is. She is a legend.
She
changed the internet in so many ways. And so
funny.
It was like I did not get to rappel with Glozell, but Glozell just kept telling everyone the whole time. She kept saying, I'm going to scream the whole time. Is that okay? And she kept saying it so calmly. Is like, but asking sincerely, is it okay if I scream the whole time? Is it okay if I scream the whole time? And I was like, I think she's serious. And then she did it. Annie was like, she hardly said a word the whole time.
But also what's killing me is for you guys listening who weren't like YouTube fans growing up or like I love nothing more than someone who's like, I love your podcast. And I'm like, oh, great. You just know me from the podcast. But so anyway, Glozell, the idea of her going off a 14-story building is killing me. And here's why. It's because we have attended a Streamy Awards event or a Streamy Award where she was hosting at the YouTube space. And at the last minute, literally the opening minute of it, they were like, why don't you go down this fireman's pole?
Yeah.
And we're all in the audience. It's packed. They go live. Glozell, she's like, I'm Glozell. What's her opening?
Is you all right? Is you okay? Good. Because I wanted to know.
Goes down the fireman's pole and immediately shatters her.
We were like outside and we just hear like a hush over everything. And then Glozell's getting pulled out on a gurney and then telling us to take selfies with her. We have a selfie
with Glozell
on a gurney, just like peace sign behind us. It was like
she was the host of the night.
It was the most internet thing to happen at the most internet thing. It was wild.
So
wild.
Trusting that woman to then go, well, would you like to go walk down a 14-story building?
Thankfully, that memory did not come to my mind, and I did not bring that up to her. But I can't imagine how that might have been on her mind.
We're just outside being like, what do you mean the open bar is closed? Wait, what?
What?
Glozell just broke her leg.
And everyone's whispering, I think Glozell just broke her leg. We were like, how?
We were like, no. Surely it's a sprain.
She went down the fireman's pole.
Here comes the ambulance. We're like, move it, Ricky Dillon. The ambulance has to get through. The ambulance has to get through.
A series of like human memes standing there.
Chocolate rain, dude. Get everyone.
Where's Grumpy Cat? That was like peak era YouTube. So yeah, we've been orbiting.
Fred, move it.
Fred,
you're loud. Move it.
Yeah.
Annoying orange. Let's get some EMT.
John Green, stop brooding in the back. Get out of there.
Oh God, I haven't thought of that in years.
That was peak. So it's incredible that we've been able to be in each other's experiences like this.
Now, question: when you were going down it, were you scared?
I was scared at first, and then I loved it.
And then you loved it.
Honestly, okay. I was like shocked at how much I wasn't scared. Like
once you get over the initial ledge.
Ledge, and also Alyssa was like gung-ho about it too. So it was just like, oh, we both have this energy of like, this is fucking crazy but fun. And the wild thing was immediately you could see into everyone's hotel rooms.
Were they warned?
Like, literally, we walked down the hallway. To go to the room that you're gonna rappel out of, and I just see like a cleaning woman coming out of a guy's room, and a guy is just shirtless, laying on the bed, like so hungover in his hotel room, and like we're just walking down with the Glozell in rappelling gear, and I was like, this is fucking weird.
Okay, did you make eye contact with anyone?
Yeah, there was
their room.
A woman like literally looked out of her curtain and like did a double take, and then we started waving at each other. And I could see like kids' toys in a room. I could see just like clothes everywhere, and I was like, did they tell these people that this would be happening? Because if you're paying for a room that like looks out on Sunset Boulevard or Hollywood Boulevard, one of those, to see like to see the Glozell Cinnamon Challenge, like kind of nervously rappelling with a green cape down your.
It's a green cape.
We all wore capes, by the way. We all wore capes, and she wore a green cape. And can you imagine?
No. Can you imagine if you checked in, you were on vacation, and you were like, let's do a little mushrooms. Yeah. and you look out, and it's Glozell in a green cape saying, is you okay?
You're like, I never do this, but I'm going to wake and bake today. Yeah. Just a little bit. And then you see Glozell very nervously going and rappelling with a cape while Annie, who's next to her, Annie's footage from her GoPro is just her going, I am strong and I am brave. And she's just like singing like reassuring songs to herself.
That's so funny. Also, as soon as you were like, ooh, and I was going in and I saw into rooms, that'd be a great setup to discovering a murder in a movie. Just saying.
100%. Yeah. Well, I was like looking in that, like, as soon as this woman walked out of the room, I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to see it. That guy completely naked in there.
Really?
Crazy.
Ooh, la la.
And scandalous. I know. And then I got down to the ground and there was just like so much excitement. Shout out, by the way, to Greg, one of our listeners who showed up from hearing it on the podcast.
Oh, hi, Greg.
Yeah, but he was like, I have a boxing class around the corner. So
wait, Greg Varley?
I think so.
Who came as
Zap.
Yeah. Oh, I follow.
Yes,
honestly, I follow him on Instagram.
We talked all about it.
He invited us to come to his restaurant.
Yes, I said we'll have to take him up on that.
There we go. Hi, Greg.
Thank you, Greg. It was so fun to be able to chat with you afterwards because I was just like on an adrenaline high.
Yeah.
And so I'm like watching everyone and not posting, and then I get a text from you in all caps that's just, are you alive? And I was like, oh, right. I haven't posted anything. I literally said yesterday, I'll be posting all day. I'm going to be sending donation links. And then it was like radio silence.
And so I was just like, everything's okay. Well, I did just say caps locks. Are you alive? But I was truly like, Elliot's out of town. I know about this. Like, we need to make sure she did not pull a glowsy.
Yeah. No, it was so great. And then I got to hang out afterwards for a little bit and just have like very nice chats with everyone.
Oh, look, you know what? Okay, you saying this and like how you kind of loved it. And as we talk about your beast mode and your ant strength, I think you'd love a climbing gym.
That's what I was talking to the women, the repellers from this company. I was asking them all about it because I watched this documentary on a flight recently about the world of female climbing, and they had their first like Olympic event in 2020, and it followed like these 4 different female athletes from these like different countries that are all top of the game competing in this for the first time. And then like COVID hit and it was like really crazy. And it was like a really interesting documentary because that the world of climbing looks crazy cool. Yeah. Like the events they have are like wrestling level type events, like flashing lights, pounding music, like
it's crag rock, it's guts, baby.
Yes, exactly. And I was asking the women about, they're like, yeah, it's like one of the most supportive communities like I've ever been a part
There's
of.
huge climbing gyms downtown LA. You should just like go do a day.
I've always been told that my body type is built for climbing.
You could grab that. And also like
you could grab
that. Also, you and I, let's be real. Not the prettiest hands and feet.
Oh, no.
So we could
Honestly,
grip.
These should have been holding rocks my whole life. You know? That's what they've looked like. Like these ET fingers were meant for just like putting them on little ledges.
Tiny little like neon nubs.
Yeah.
Just hanging on by the thread. Well, I have tried climbing walls before.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I think we did it on Hey USA as well.
Yes, we did it in Portland.
But if you want to go do it, I will go support you and film it.
Yeah, okay. We can figure it out. It looks fun, but it also feels a little bit intimidating because it's like such a community of people that seem to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But it was great. And then I went home and Elliot had left to go to Florida. So I was just like literally pacing around my house, just being like,
with all the adrenaline?
Yeah, with so much adrenaline, just being like, oh, I guess I'll make myself a drink so I can chill the fuck out.
Hell yeah. Oh my goodness. So fun.
Really, really fun. Crazy.
I had a different experience on Saturday.
Yeah. What you guys went out?
We went, okay, so when I was in North Carolina, I got an invite to go to this event that I already had heard about. They had one in LA last year, and then this year they had one in New York and LA. There's this restaurant in Hollywood called Chain.
Yeah.
And I've almost gone to a couple of their events. And like the whole concept is they, for I don't know how the length of time, maybe like a month of pop-ups, they essentially copy a chain restaurant and just like this chef, Tom Hollandsworth, I think his name is, not Tom Holland, like Tom Hollandsworth. yeah. Speaking of, I bet he can really do some rock climbing.
That guy seems like he could do all sorts of acrobatics.
I absolutely agree. But so they'll do like, we are like Domino's, but it'll like, and so they elevate it and like
cool
and like have like mascots, but everything's a little weird.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like it's just like the chefy version of a chain restaurant.
Okay.
There's one in Asheville, and hopefully it's on its feet. A restaurant that would do the same thing. It would just be like Sunday nights they'd do it, and they called it Cease and Desist, which I loved. That was a great name. But so this is called Chain. It's like very popular. Like BJ Novak is an owner, and like, and I think Chrissy Teigen is. And so it's become like this popular thing. You only can go if you like, I'm on their text list.
Nice.
So they'll be like, Chain reservations are open for this pop up, and then you try to get in there. Gotcha. Long story short, they started this thing called Chain Fest. Which is essentially doing the same thing, but like kind of in like a carnival, like a street food fair scenario.
Okay.
And they invited me to go, and I was like, that's so fun. I'll be in North Carolina. Yeah. So then since I'm back, I was like, oh wait, that's this weekend. Should we go, Chip? Should I see if I can get us on the list or whatever essentially it's during the day, but they had a VIP Saturday night where it was like invite only.
Fun.
I thought it'd be a little more VIP.
Okay.
I'm saying I had to pay for my drinks. I was like, and it's like an $18 vodka soda.
Yeah, that's
So I was
that's like US Open prices. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, VIP. Okay. But it was still very cool. But so my friend Brendan, who works on Bar Rescue, he's a huge culinary guy. Yeah. And so he came with us, and it was very fun. It was like they had a KFC area with a huge bucket, and like you walked up and they like gave you a caviar bump, and then like they had a fried chicken with a little mashed potato waffle, but then they had like a truffle sauce if you want it. So it was very like, it was like fancy that.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Or like Cracker Barrel had like a biscuit with chicken with this like beautiful gravy, and Red Lobster, they went around with like Cheddar Bay biscuit lobster rolls.
Oh, that's great.
Great. It was just like fancy versions of the original.
Got it.
And so it was very fun. It was basically like a cool food court. But they also had things like I'd never seen one before. They had a human claw machine where they strapped you in. The line was too long. We didn't do it, but it was hilarious to watch. You laid down on a thing, like essentially how they transport dolphins and other sea creatures.
Okay.
And they lift you up and they take you over a foam pit and they lower you and you try to grab like merch.
That's so fun.
And I was like, how have I never seen this before?
That's so fun.
Like, I want that at a party.
Yes, 100%.
So that was very cool. I ran into Connor Franta. You and I are supposed to sidebar. He texted me yesterday and he was like, dare we do a big group?
I've been meaning to DM you, Connor.
Connor, we love you. But you know who else I saw? And I was very proud because Chip spotted them first.
Who?
Sheena and Brock.
Wow, the foodies themselves?
I mean, but I also saw like Mindy Kaling, Chrissy Teigen, Andy Cohen, all these people. But Chip goes, isn't that the girl? And I was like, be more specific. He was like, the pumps. The pumps. The pumps. And I look, and it's Sheena, and she's just like
vlogging.
No, she's just like looking annoyed and around for Brock. Right? She's just like bugging eyed, holding a biscuit. And then we walk a little bit, and then Brock walks past, and he's wearing I'm pretty sure a lime like mesh shirt.
Okay.
And I was just like, it's a vibe.
Okay, brat. I guess
he's having a brat fall. Not a pratfall, a brat fall. So anyway, it was a really fun time, but we had a bunch of drinks there, and then we went out. We never go out, but we were like, let's go get like a real cocktail.
Yeah.
And then we kept going. I stayed out till midnight.
That's crazy. That's
in downtown LA.
That's your bedtime.
And then I woke up, got my period, was hungover, moved a couch. It was a big weekend.
Wow, you guys really did the best of both worlds.
We did.
You went out and then you did some domestic shit.
I mean,
incredible.
We killed it. We absolutely killed it.
How fun. You guys are making the best of it by being back here.
I think so too. Y'all, I had been doing some travel lately, and here's the thing about travel. I'm always going out to eat, and then I just feel absolutely bloated. I wanted to come back to California and even out, but I also did not feel like going to the grocery store, okay? I wanted to veg out and literally veggie out, and when I got my Hungryroot order, I was like, this is perfect. It's exactly what I need, because Hungryroot is the easiest way to eat healthy. They send you fresh, high-quality groceries, simple, delicious recipes, and essential supplements. It's truly like having someone else do all the planning and shopping, so you don't even have to think about it. They get to know you. You tell them what you like. Since I've started using Hungryroot, they know, baby, she does not need to be sent an avocado or a mushroom. She does not want something that is based in mayonnaise. They really get into your brain and get to know you like you're dating or something. Hungryroot knows your goals, your dietary restrictions, your favorite foods, how much time you want to spend cooking, Some people want a meal ready in 5 minutes. Others, they want to do it with a little glass of wine and putting on a record. And then you build your personalized cart with all of the groceries you need for the week, including easy 4-ingredient recipes to put those groceries to use. Each order is fully customizable, so you can take their suggestions if you want, or choose your own. They've got fresh produce, high-quality meat and seafood, healthy snacks, lots of veg and vegan stuff, which I love, smoothies, sweets, ready-to-eat meals, kids' snacks and meals, vitamins and supplements, and much, much more. Everything from Hungryroot follows a simple standard. It's got to taste good. It's got to be quick to make and contain whole, trusted ingredients. So, give it a shot. Right now, Hungryroot is offering This Might Get Weird listeners 40% off your first delivery and free veggies for life. Yeah, you heard that correctly. That's 40% off your first delivery and free veggies for life. Just go to hungryroot.com/TMGW to get 40% off your first delivery and get your free veggies. That's hungryroot.com/TMGW. Don't forget to use our link so they know that we sent you.
In this new era of my life, some of my top priorities in health are regular poops and a healthy digestive system / gut. Well, that's where Seed comes in. Seed's DS-01 is a 2-in-1 probiotic and prebiotic that promotes benefits in and beyond your gut. DS-01 is formulated with 24 clinically and scientifically studied strains to support whole body benefits, including gut health, skin health, heart health, immune health, gut barrier integrity, gut microbiome balance, and micronutrient synthesis. Yeah. All of that in just 2 capsules a day. DS-01 is formulated to reduce abdominal bloating and intermittent constipation after 2 weeks, and includes strains shown to support clearer, healthier looking skin in as little as 12 weeks. If you need further proof, 81% of members feel less sluggish after meals after starting DS-01, and 87% of members feel more in control of their whole body health since starting DS-01. If you are interested in great gut health, get it for less than $2 a day by going to seed.com/weird and use code 25TMGW to get 25% off your first month. I'm a huge proponent of probiotics and prebiotics and good gut health. So Seed, give it a go. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/weird, code 25TMGW.
But speaking of my period.
Yeah, go for it. Speak on it.
I have a critter corner.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It is critter corner, y'all. It is critter corner, y'all.
What? This is our new critter corner.
I'm like, did you see Randy?
What? There's just a loose hamster on the floor.
It is critter corner, y'all.
This is our new critter corner.
I fucking love
worth
that.
Every dollar.
Having it in real time and not pretending to hear it over Zoom is a whole different vibe.
Yep.
Okay, this is not a critter that I saw. However, this is critter news.
Okay.
Have you heard that, I believe it's New York City, is trying to push to control the rat problem. Mm-hmm. They're going to give rats birth control.
What? No, I have not heard this.
Okay, here's a little headline. And the headline is literally, in the U.S., rats could soon have better birth control access than women.
What?
I did not know this. This is an actual way to control rat problems. Is to, I don't know how they do it, but you just, instead of poison or something,
yeah,
you give rats birth control so they don't multiply.
That's crazy. That seems like logic that me as a dumb person would say as a joke. Why don't we just give them some birth control. Give them some teeny tiny little condoms.
Give them like what's the one? What's the T? What's the thing you put in there?
Yeah. God, I don't know off the top of my head right now. The thing that sucks.
Yeah. Not the UTI, but the other thing. Yes, there's a thing called contrapest, which is a type of rodent birth control, which they are going to start using in New York to control the rat problem.
Wow.
And
what if they all just get really bloated and moody?
Honestly, what if they just get acne?
That's
What if they just become uglier rats?
like grumpy hormonal rats.
They just gain some weight.
Yeah. And they don't like the way their body feels.
They're just moody.
Yeah, they're keeping their partners up at all hours.
Isn't that a nuts thing that like it's so nuts it just might work?
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes, and I hope humans' access to birth control maybe increases in a way that's helpful as well.
I agree. It says that it will launch and it will run for 12 months in 2 rat mitigation zones.
Wow.
Focusing on residential buildings, which we love, with waste in the containers. Okay. So I don't know if that's where they're dropping the birth control.
And then cut to you just in your house putting birth control pills in the corner of every room.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll see how that goes.
I mean, it's so simple.
Truly.
That it just might work.
Well, and you can finally go back to New York.
Honestly, I love it. But so yes, reproductive freedoms for all.
For all. Wow.
If they start giving rats like morning after pills, then I'm going to march in Washington.
Yeah. Then I'll make a sign. Speaking of reproductions, did you see that Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 2 has been ordered?
Well, obviously.
Yeah, that's out there. That's happening.
I saw a clip on TikTok yesterday, which I love Caitlin Bristow. She's always been incredibly nice to me. But I saw a clip from her Off the Vine podcast where she's interviewing Whitney, who's very pregnant.
Whitney's making the rounds right now.
And Whitney's like, oh, and the crazy rumors. And Caitlin's like, what's like one of the rumors that like people have wrong? And she's like, that my husband is gay. And it's like, no, baby, do I need to release a sex tape? And
she said that.
Yeah. And Caitlin was like, oh, people think that? And the comments were like, and the award for pretending to be surprised. Like you're interviewing this person, you know that the whole internet is like her husband's on Grindr.
Yeah.
Or at least bi, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's that Mormon religion really
it'll get
people in weird situations. But will I be watching season 2? Of course.
Honey, I'm living for it. I just want them to, I'm excited to see a season in which they actually film it in a normal amount of time.
Yeah.
And there aren't 19 hairstyles and pregnancies and that.
And I think it's interesting because like this will be the chaos season. This is my theory, is that all of these girls and their partners have, I think not all of them, most of them have watched this season. So they understand loosely like how this gets cut together.
Yeah.
They start to see the patterns of what gets shown and what doesn't. And so consciously or unconsciously, I feel like they're coming in with ideas and ways that they want to be portrayed. And then you get to see like how producers betray them or how they like.
So they're coming in with a game plan. Like, I wonder if there's people at this point.
Yeah.
This is what I would do. If I was on reality TV and like the first season I got a bad edit.
Yeah.
I would hire a reality TV producer to give me like a game plan for the season, which is so calculated and the opposite of reality TV.
Oh my God.
But if someone would be like, absolutely never be in a room with this, absolutely never say this one sentence in a sitting interview, because they will cut it and use it in a false way.
That's an entirely new job title, is like reality show coach.
Yeah. It's kind of like we have PR people that if you fuck up to like do the damage, but like a preventative PR. Preemptive PR. Oh my God, let's get the LLC right now. GoDaddy.com. PPR.
I'm interested. Also, this is big news.
Oh no. Yes.
Limited 2.
Oh God.
Is back and they are selling clothes for adults.
Wait, what?
Listen to this. They announced they've been announcing that they're coming back, and then it was like, oh, we only have girl sizes, and everyone online was like, come on, give us the millennial nostalgia. And then they like did some event where like influencers that were adults got some gear, and people were like, why are you making it just for the influencers? Like, sell this, we will buy it.
Oh my God.
And so they announced that they're releasing an adult size collection in the spring of 2025 as a quote tribute to our cherished OGs that have supported us all along. A smaller first batch of what the brand is calling LTD 2.0 will launch October 15th.
Here's the thing. Limited 2 was like a lifestyle.
Yeah, no, Limited 2 was untouchable to me. It was aspirational. I got one item. I remember my dad let me go shopping for like my sixth grade, 7th grade ish, whatever age that is, birthday.
Middle schooly.
Yeah, and he like convinced me to buy jeans.
Oh, I remember this. That's so tragic.
And I was like, oh. But like he is right that this will last longer than
that is so your family.
It did last as long as like my entire like high school career.
Wow.
But I was like regretful that I didn't buy something
that said Limited 2.
Yeah, but when you're shopping with your dad at that age too, it's hard to be like, I want this pink plastic coat.
Well, my dad would I have like there's a direct line on whether my family had money or not that year based on my back to school stuff.
Yeah, mine was all from Ross that was like, the tag cut, but it said Lit 2.
Lit 2. No, I had like I remember one year where Larry quit scratching. Larry quit. Larry quit scratching. Sorry, guys. I'm in charge of Larry right now.
She wears many hats.
And he can't scratch. But anyway, I remember like specifically one year where I'm like, oh, we must have been doing okay. Yeah. Because I was like, I got a full like Gap Kids. I remember I got purple velvet overalls with like a cool purple floral shirt on it. Like, when you left and you were like, oh, I have outfits.
Yeah, you're like, oh my God, am I a cast member on Zoom right now?
Excuse me.
This is wild.
Degrassi just called.
Yeah.
But so I loved Limited 2, but it came in waves.
Yeah.
I didn't have big hauls. I did remember I had like one yellow, like buttercream yellow shirt with tiny flowers that I probably wore once a week to school.
Yeah.
And I like treasured it. And I was like, that's my favorite shirt.
Yeah.
That's my favorite shirt.
Now
that makes me want to cry.
They've teased a piece that's just a black varsity jacket.
Okay.
Embroidered with established 1987. So it looks like they're doing like preppy of the moment kind of trendy, like I'm on the tennis team clothes.
Got it.
Potentially. We'll see though. Soft launch October 15th and then more coming next spring. So
I love it.
I saw that news this morning and I was like, oh, what? That does hit such a sweet nostalgic spot because like as an adult, I'm like, I can buy this stuff.
Yeah, you have money.
When I buy stuff from Abercrombie and Fitch, I'm like, I have made it.
I bought stuff from Abercrombie and Fitch 3 days ago.
The pants I'm wearing right now. Abercrombie and Fitch, make them in talls.
I got some leopard jeans.
Hell yeah, I almost bought those. I got a leopard cardigan.
Well, let's ride.
It's go time, baby.
It's go time. One more little thing I wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of nostalgic as well. When I was flying back from North Carolina and I had a layover in Atlanta, and it was long enough to where I was like, I'm going to the lounge.
Yeah.
And so I go and I get in I'm holding Beans, of course, and she's like, vibrating.
Yeah.
I get into the elevator with 3 business guys and the door closes and I'm like, oh, it's going down. And the guy was like, yeah, someone called it from downstairs. Don't get out of the elevator. It's against the rules.
Whoa, what?
Like essentially you forget about like underneath the airport is like the trash.
Yeah.
And like other parking and like people it's like an underworld I'd never even thought about.
Yeah, like the way Disney has all those underground tunnels in the park.
Yes, exactly. So I was like, we're going down.
Yeah.
Like this is so weird. He was like, we probably aren't supposed to be on this elevator. So don't get out because then they'll make you leave the airport. You know, it's against the rules. And I was like, okay. So it opens and there's an employee there and he goes, what are you guys doing down here? And we were like, we just got in the elevator. Yeah. It didn't say like, don't get in this elevator unless you are an employee, So he gets in the elevator I mean, it is like, it's a different universe down there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Mad Max style. And he gets in and he goes, yeah, you're not supposed to be in here. There's blood, piss, and spit everywhere. And I go,
what?
And I go, oh God, oh God. And he goes, that's from that movie, Major Pain. Did you ever see the movie Major Pain?
I have not.
Okay, the movie Major Pain is a comedy from the 90s that's one of the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
I think Damon Wayans.
Okay.
And it's essentially, he's like a hardened, like, you know, like a Vietnam vet, like general who gets assigned to like be in charge of Boy Scouts or something.
Okay.
You know, or like an ROTC.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's someone acting crazy with like a gold tooth.
Yeah.
And flashbacks in charge of little kids.
Okay.
You know, you get the vibe.
Fish out of water. Yeah.
Right? But so we all just go,
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, it's from Major Pain. Y'all remember that movie? And we're like, oh, just get us to the lounge.
Yeah.
And then, Grace, he proceeds to do a whole monologue from it.
Excellent.
It's the slowest elevator of all time, right? So here's the soundbite of it from the actual movie. Okay. Now imagine me holding beans, 3 businessmen, and this guy in the corner just doing this monologue. Okay, let me see. Let me get it. I'm getting it here.
Explosion happened. Blood and guts and spit and ass was everywhere. And Bubba come crawling out the back door.
I'm just standing there.
Both legs missing.
Okay.
Lula, baby boy. He looked up at me. He said, "Hey, I can't feel my leg."
Ding! Elevator opens. We go, ha 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 ha. I get out. He goes, I like your sweater. I go, thanks.
Honestly.
Like we'd been to the underworld, and then he does a monologue for Major Pain that none of the 3 dudes got. At least I knew the movie he was talking about. They must have thought he was doing an actual Oscar-winning film.
Or that these were his original thoughts.
Yeah.
Right now.
And we were just like, get me to
That is honestly, when anyone can remember lines from movies.
No one asked for it though. No one gave him after he auditioned just blood, spit, and piss everywhere. We were like, well, this is uncomfortable. He said, I'm going to lean in.
He works at the airport and you guys are fancy people going to the lounge. So he's like, I'm going to give him the old razzle dazzle on the way up.
I'm going to fuck with them. Meanwhile, at one point, he did make a very loud boom noise. I'm holding beans. I jump and turn away from him because Beans is like, what is it? We're at war.
Wow.
It was so weird.
Wow. Give me that reality show of the people that work at the airport and I would watch a million seasons.
I was truly like, is this scare tactics? Yeah. Is there a hidden camera?
You're getting hazed. Yeah, this is what happens. That's incredible.
The whole thing, it was the slowest elevator.
Amazing. I mean, he was like, you know, this is going to take a while, so I'll take over,
Let
guys.
me entertain the peeps.
Wow.
So anyway.
What a week.
What an absolute week. And guys, thank you for listening. Also, I wanted to say one thing because I saw a couple comments under, I forget what, Instagram or something, where someone was like, do they do bonus podcasts? I'm thinking about joining Patreon. So great. If you're thinking of doing the Patreon with the bonus pod, because we released it, first of all, if you join Patreon, you have access to all the previous ones. But now we kind of do a mix of live stream or bonus pod. We've been leaning into the live stream, but it's we're down to mix it up or whatever. But I just wanted to explain that because if you're thinking of joining Patreon, well, then get in there.
Sign up over there. We announced House in the Cerulean Sea or Somewhere Beyond the Sea as this week or this month's book club book. And I think the 27th, Sunday the 27th, we're going to do our live stream for that. Also, I just announced this morning that I'm doing a little show out here in LA at just a small theater to just try and see what it's like to say these jokes and stories out loud. I'm doing it on November 6th at the Elysian Theater at 8 p.m. And it's there's tickets links in my bio on Instagram if there's tickets available. And people are already being like, I'm getting a flight, and I'm like, don't. This is
that's so much pressure.
It's so sweet, and that's so cool to do that. This is hopefully like a workshopping thing, so I can eventually do this in other states and other cities.
AKA there will be more.
Yeah, this is not a one-off thing. This is like the start of trying to figure out how to do this. So that's there for you guys. Also, our London and Dublin shows still have some tickets available, especially Dublin. I think
Dublin still has probably 50 or so. So like get in there. I know we'll have the last minute surge where people are like, fuck it, let's go today.
Yeah,
but
totally.
So if you're thinking about it, do it, because we're going to start planning that show and it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't shout out to the person in Vegas that listens to our podcast and was super sweet. We saw her at the end of the night when we were running around with pink veils on. I thought she hated us because we walked in and these girls were just like looking at us with
glaring,
such a stink eye. And Elliot was like, I think those girls hate what you guys are wearing. And then I just hear Grace Helbig, and it was her whole family. So shout out, you were so nice. I meant to say that earlier and I forgot, but that was very cool to meet you.
Well, Glozell rappelling down a building to rat birth control,
yes,
to blood, piss, and shit everywhere.
Woo.
This got weird.
Yep.